The history of Taiwan is rich, complex, and shaped by various cultures, peoples, and historical events. Below is a general overview of its historical timeline: prehistoric and indigenous era. Early settlements. Taiwan was inhabited as early as 30,000 years ago by prehistoric peoples. The Austronesian-speaking indigenous tribes, who are believed to be ancestors of many Pacific Islander and Southeast Asian groups, settled on the island around 6,000 years ago. Indigenous cultures. These tribes developed distinct languages, traditions, and lifestyles, many of which persist in modern Taiwan. Early contact and colonial era 16th-19th century Portuguese and Dutch presence 16th-17th century. Portuguese sailors sighted the island in 1544 and named it Ilha Formosa, beautiful island. The Dutch established a colony in southern Taiwan 1624-1662 to use as a trade hub. Spanish colony 1626-1642. The Spanish briefly established settlements in northern Taiwan, including in present-day Keeling, but were expelled by the Dutch. Koxinga's rule 1661-1683. Ming Dynasty loyalist Koxinga Zheng Chenggong defeated the Dutch in 1662 and established a base in Taiwan after fleeing the Qing conquest of China. Qing Dynasty rule 1683-1895. Integration into the Qing Empire. In 1683, the Qing dynasty annexed Taiwan and incorporated it as part of Fujian province. It was later upgraded to a full province in 1887. Economic development. The Qing administration facilitated migration from mainland China, primarily from Fujian and Guangdong provinces, leading to agricultural and population growth. Conflicts. Taiwan saw indigenous resistance and rebellions due to land disputes, cultural clashes, and governance challenges. Japanese colonial period 1895-1945 Treaty of Shimonoseki. After losing the First Sino-Japanese War 1894-1895, the Qing ceded Taiwan to Japan. Modernization. Japan invested heavily in Taiwan's infrastructure, agriculture, and industry, introducing modern governance systems, railways, and education. Resistance and assimilation. While Japan sought to assimilate Taiwanese people culturally, resistance movements persisted, especially early in the colonial period. Republic of China ROC era 1945 present. End of World War II. After Japan's defeat in 1945, Taiwan was placed under the administration of the Republic of China. 1947 February 28th incident. Widespread protests against ROC rule led to a brutal crackdown, resulting in thousands of deaths and marking the beginning of the White Terror period. 1949 Chinese Civil War. Following the Chinese Communist Party's victory on the mainland, the ROC government, led by Chiang Kai-shek and the Kuomintang KMT, retreated to Taiwan and declared Taipei its temporary capital.
Treaty of Shimonoseki 1895. Following the First Sino-Japanese War, the Qing ceded Taiwan to Japan, initiating a 50-year period of Japanese colonial rule. Japanese era 1895 to 1945. Japan modernized Taiwan's infrastructure, economy, and education system, but also enforced assimilation policies. Resistance movements emerged, though they were largely suppressed. Post-war period and the Republic of China 1945 present. End of World War to 1945. After Japan's defeat, Taiwan was placed under ROC administration. The transfer of control was formalized in 1949, 1947. 228 incident. Widespread discontent with ROC governance led to protests and a brutal crackdown, resulting in tens of thousands of deaths and deep resentment toward the ROC government. ROC retreat to Taiwan 1949 Chinese Civil War. After losing to the Chinese Communist Party CCP in the Chinese Civil War, Chiang Kai-shek and the Kuomintang KMT retreated to Taiwan. Taipei became the de facto capital of the ROC. Martial Law 1949 to 1987. The ROC imposed martial law, leading to the White Terror, during which political dissidents were persecuted. Economic development and democratization. Economic miracle. In the 1960s-1980s, Taiwan experienced rapid industrialization and became a leading exporter of electronics and technology. Democratization 1980s-1990s. Martial law was lifted in 1987, and Taiwan transitioned to a multi-party democracy. In 1996, Taiwan held its first direct presidential election. Contemporary Taiwan. Identity and sovereignty. Taiwan has developed a distinct cultural and political identity. While the ROC Constitution claims sovereignty over all of China, Taiwan operates as a self-governed democracy. Relations with mainland China. The PRC claims Taiwan as part of its territory and has proposed reunification under the one country, two systems framework, which Taiwan has largely rejected. Global recognition. Taiwan is diplomatically recognized by only a few nations, but maintains unofficial relations with many others.
Post-war developments. Martial law and economic growth, 1949 to 1987. Taiwan experienced decades of martial law under the KMT. However, it also underwent rapid economic development, becoming one of the 4 Asian tigers. Democratization. 1980s to 1990s. Martial law was lifted in 1987, paving the way for democratic reforms. Taiwan held its first direct presidential election in 1996.
Taiwan holds significant importance for countries worldwide due to its strategic geopolitical location, economic influence, and role in global security and technology supply chains. Here are the key reasons. 1. Strategic geopolitical location. Taiwan is located in the heart of East Asia, near major shipping lanes that connect the Pacific Ocean to East and Southeast Asia. Control over Taiwan has implications for regional trade, military strategy, and influence in the Asia-Pacific region. It is considered a critical buffer between mainland China and the Pacific, which is why its status is a focal point of US-China strategic rivalry. 2. Economic and technological powerhouse. Semiconductor industry. Taiwan is home to the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company TSMC, the world's leading producer of advanced semiconductors. These chips are essential for everything from smartphones and cars to defense systems and artificial intelligence. Global trade. Taiwan is a key player in global supply chains, producing high-tech products and components essential for industries worldwide. Economic impact. Any disruption in Taiwan's economy, such as in its semiconductor production, would have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. 3. Role in regional security. Taiwan's security is intertwined with the broader security of the Indo-Pacific region. Tensions between China and Taiwan, and potential conflict over Taiwan's sovereignty, could destabilize the entire region, drawing in major powers like the US, Japan, and Australia. It is a cornerstone of the US's strategy to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific, as Taiwan's independence is viewed by many as a check against China's ambitions. 4. Global political symbolism. Democracy. Taiwan is a vibrant democracy, a region with several authoritarian regimes. Its success as a free society serves as an example and a challenge to authoritarian powers like China, human rights and governance. Taiwan's commitment to human rights, freedom of expression, and good governance has earned it international admiration, making its defense a matter of principle for many countries. 5. Potential global impact of conflict. A conflict over Taiwan could lead to a large-scale war involving major powers, disrupt global trade routes, and create severe economic and humanitarian crises. Given its central role in the tech industry, a war would also paralyze critical supply chains, causing widespread disruptions in various sectors. 6. China's global strategy. Taiwan's significance is heightened by China's goal of reunification. Beijing considers Taiwan a breakaway province and has pledged to bring it under its control, using force if necessary. This stance has made Taiwan a flashpoint in global geopolitics. In summary, Taiwan is vital for economic, strategic, and ideological reasons. Its stability and autonomy are critical not only for the Asia-Pacific region, but also for the global economy and the broader international order.